welcome to another Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast, Con Review Edition. Hey everyone, it's been a little while since the last time I spoke to you guys, and it was in fact I'm going to turn this light off. There we go. And it was in fact a convention review, and I'm coming with another one. Here we go, guys. It is the first annual NostalgiaCon. Man, I'm telling you, I'm still recovering from the effects of the con hangover, and I mean, you know, this one wasn't too bad because I didn't have to drive, or we didn't have to drive rather, hundreds of miles to get to a con and then back, so it wasn't as bad. But hey, you know what? When you're on for 6-7 hours or whatever it is, and you're loading up, you're setting up. You're on for that many hours, and then you're taken down and all that stuff. Yeah, it takes its toll, man. And my voice is a little bit raspy, of course, talking all day. And hey, I love it. This is not a complaint. This is just a statement of observation. Anyway, guys, I have to say, overall, just to preface the whole deal, I was very happy with the results. However, before I continue, I hope at this point in the channel I have earned your subscription. Please subscribe to the channel to help it grow. I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews this year. I am going to be going to a lot of cons this year, and hopefully providing you guys with a lot of useful information in terms of, hey, was that con worth going to as a fan? Was that con worth going to as a vendor? And so on and so forth. That can be very helpful to a lot of people, and so without further ado, I'm still trying to say words. I'm still trying to put words together. So yeah, guys, this is the Where's Waldo poster I provided for the first annual NostalgiaCon, and this was for VIP members. Or VIP entrants. That I think there was like 90 or 100 people that were sort of like let in first. So they all got a bag with a print, and that is the original. I'm going to be offering this as a poster for subsequent cons I go to. So if you wanna grab this poster, I'm gonna do some laminated posters. It'll probably be like 11 by 17 or so, and yeah, you'll be able to find Zombie Waldo within that massive. I got some nice little Easter eggs in there. I got some like human centipede zombies in there and all kinds of neat stuff. But yeah, so this is the poster that Brad and Mike got me to do for the event. Brad and Mike, you might remember from Northern Game Expo. They put on Northern Game Expo, and guys, at this point, these guys are surgical when it comes to promo and keeping things lit up until the day of and all through the day of their conventions. So this is like a new sort of venture for them. They do the Northern Game Con, but this is NostalgiaCon, so a little more attention on other things. And they tried to bring the heat, man. They tried to bring the heat with, they had like Lego guys, they had more artists, they had less game stuff, and a lot more other nostalgia things, so toys and things of that nature. I unfortunately, of course, did not have much time in fact any time to go around the floor and check out a lot of the vendors. I was inundated all day, which was more than I was more than happy to be so. Talk to fans and have fans pick up a lot of my wares, which I am eternally grateful for. Guys, I can't tell you how much your support means to me. It is the reason why I do this, and to make people happy, to make people feel good, and give art advice to folks, and man, like there's nothing I love more than that. I love going to cons so much and meeting the fans, and man, you guys really came to this one, and again, it was a result of just the fantastic promotion that Brad and Mike always do. Signs guerrilla style, man, all over town. Whether they get taken down by people or not, they put them up. And you know what? Like, everybody knows that they're having a show, man, and that's a lot of thing. That's a thing that a lot of organizers don't understand. As I always say, hey man, it's easy. Any dum-dum can rent a hall or a venue and fill it full of vendors. Who doesn't want to go to a spot and make a bit of money, have a bit of fun, but getting fans in the doors and getting people to engage, that is the main reason, and that's your main goal in organizing an event. The vendors are going to be there, man. Your main drive is to main responsibility is to get folks in the door, man. So take heed of that. You know what, man? I don't know if Brad and Mike offer this information freely. I'm sure they do, because these guys are awesome. If you're an organizer, ask them how they do it. Ask them what they do, because you know what? I've been to, I think, every event they've ever had, and it's always been a banger, man. It's always been fantastic, and I love it. They always come correct, man, and I can't tell you how much I and others appreciate that. It's astronomical. It's like it's so wonderful when you've got these individuals taking care of that side of it, and the people were there. Man, the place was packed, and I mean almost all day. Every single con you will attend as a vendor will have its lulls, man. That's just how humans work. But people were flooding in. They have the awesome first hour, it officially started at noon. It was like a noon to 5 on a Sunday, and this was at Cambrian College, my old and new stomping grounds. So it was at Cambrian College in the gymnasium and the student center, which these venues are huge. You can actually see from the thumbnail like how big the one venue is. They have events going all day, and like I said, they brought an eclectic assortment of vendors. Now, I talked to a lot of vendors throughout the day that actually visited me, which was fantastic. Thank you guys for that. I heard basically nothing but great things. Everyone was ecstatic. Really doing well. Now, I did talk to a few people afterwards, and they told me tragically that they did not do as well, and I was really hurt by that. I was like, I love it when people do well, man. And you know what? I don't have to do well. I know what time it is, man. I understand how things work, and sometimes you'll go to a con and other people will do well, but you might not because of various reasons. And it could be the most infinitesimal things. It could be, just your placement, or just your display, or it could be the things that you carry. It could be the lighting, man. Like, there's so many kind of things that maybe will veer people away from your your booth for whatever reason, and that could be horrible. That could be horrible. But you cannot expect to like win at every convention you go to as a vendor. It just doesn't happen, man. But the people were there. The people, the fans, and the customers, and whatever you want to call them, in terms of like people coming to the event and engaging with the vendors, they were there, man. Like, there was no question about that. Now, Brad and Mike, they took a survey, because these are the kinds of guys that these guys are. They want to make every event better and better each time. So they took a survey and asked people to write down what they liked and what they didn't like, and what might be able to be changed the next time. Mike contacted me this morning before this, obviously, the video, and said, "Look, I've got this information. Do you want to maybe pass that along?" And I said, "Sure. I will do that if you want me to do that." So here are a few things that people, a few of the vendors wrote down in terms of what could be improved. Number one, more info 1 week before the con to help out of town vendors. I'm not entirely sure what that means exactly, because I do a lot of out of town venues, and basically all I need is the location, the type of venue it is, what's expected. Like, if it's a game con, I'll just bring more game oriented things, or if it's a nostalgia con like this one, I brought more nostalgia oriented things, and so on and so forth. I need to know the time, location, type of venue, and that's kind of it. So I'm not sure what this person is referring to exactly. If this was you, whoever you are, if you'd like to elaborate in the comments below, please do. I would love that. Number two, locked change rooms for cosplay folks. Yeah, that's great. I think that's a really good one. I think that should kind of be a thing at every con where cosplayers are about. Unfortunately, sometimes that's not possible just with the facility that you're at or the venue that you're at. It might be a good idea to have maybe someone guarding the door. I don't know how that could be overcome for better, but lock change room for cosplayers. Yeah, that's a great one. Number three, sound was too loud. I was right at the back where the sound was. Excuse me. Oh, geez, guys, I'm sorry. Wow, sorry about that. Excuse me. Sound was too loud. I was right at the back where the sound was emanating from, and yeah, it was kind of loud. But I mean, it's kind of expected sometimes. So, and I'm not trying to make make excuses, but I just know what I experienced, and sound to me is always loud, and I find a lot of people who try to talk to me at cons, I really have to bend my ear and get in there, because I can't, above the din, the normal din, the sounds, and just people not really talking that loud, I can't hear shit, man. So, I apologize. But, sound was too loud. Didn't like the 6x5 double stack tables. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if there were different tables there, but my tables were fine. I don't know what that 6x5 double stack table thing is. But whoever said that didn't like the 6x5 stack tables, double stack tables. Again, if this was you, please elaborate in the comments below. And I invite anyone to elaborate or explain more, or leave other things for Brad, Mike, because they will no doubt be watching this video. Excuse me again. Requests to be beside other vendors were ignored as black curtains separated each booth. Yeah, well, if you were beside someone you wanted to be, they did honor the request. However, the booths all had that partition, right? So I don't know how that could be overcome other than not being in a booth. I personally don't like booths at all. So I was not in a booth. I requested to be at least have a wall behind me, but they couldn't honor that either. So I had like the black curtain and rod deal, but I overcame that. And anyway, I was fine. There's ways around that. But yeah, I get the fact that So some people couldn't do that because of the booth. More space between tables to get in and out. Yeah, man, yes, I agree with that. And again, I know that's sometimes very difficult to accommodate. Bring back $5 pizza meals. Sure, I don't ever eat when I'm at a con, so this doesn't really, this ain't me talking, but I agree. People need to eat, man. So sure, have reasonable meal things if possible. More nostalgia, less game stuff. I agree, man. I think there's a lot of game stuff out there, man. Like games are kind of like everywhere, and I would agree with more nostalgia stuff. Like there's a lot of nostalgia things, man. There's a lot of stuff that falls under the nostalgia blanket or umbrella or whatever, stamps, like even automotive things. There's so much stuff. Like there's so many different types of nostalgia stuff. And you know what, guys, Brad, Mike, if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that too, because there's a lot of and you know what, I could have mentioned it beforehand, but I really didn't know what you guys had planned. But if you want to talk about that, we can discuss that in the future. More food vendors, sure, okay. Better floor plan to find food. Couldn't find food. A lot of food stuff. But again, some venues will not allow you to have outside food vendors come in, and that's a shame because I know that's a huge draw for a lot of people, even to bring people to the venue that wouldn't normally go to a convention like this. Having different food trucks and vendors is a draw in itself, and you can just attract people to come. But I understand, Cambrian College has their kitchen and stuff, so maybe they don't want that extra hassle and or business being taken away, and I totally agree. I absolutely understand that. But food vendors are very important, and people love that, especially weird, different food vendors and things. But that's it for that. I'm going to say this. I had a terrific time personally. Like I said, I heard from a lot of vendors that I talked to initially that they did, some did unbelievably well and said they had to go back and get more stock. Some said they did extremely well. And I want to put this caveat in there and say, well, I don't necessarily know what you mean when you say you did well. If doing well means you broke even, it's not well to me, but it might be well to you. There's some people where I know they did very well there, and there's some people that talk to me that I know did not do well, which was very saddening to me. And I hope they do better next time. Sometimes again, it's not the right venue for you. You do have to do it trial and error. It is kind of one of those things where you make the decision and sometimes it doesn't work. I've been there, man. I've been there myself many times, and it's something you just have to kind of suffer through a little bit and find your audience type of thing. Like I said, there's so many factors, it's almost impossible to really pinpoint what exactly sometimes it is that even makes you do really well, because I've been there too, where it's like, wow, I'm selling a surprising amount of this or whatever because it's this specific venue. So yeah, there's a lot of factors that sort of determine how well you do. But guys, I'm going to tell you this, man, from my heart, from my soul, going to this event for me, and I know for a lot of others, was really well done. And you could tell by the people that came in. People were spending money. People were coming in and having a fantastic time. So I you know what, if I gave thumbs up and all that stuff and rating things and things like that, so like these events, this would be, you know, like a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, and you know, like a 2 thumbs up type of thing. But it was very, very good. I will, of course, be anxious to go to the next one, and their game expos as well. Like I said, Brad and Mike always put on a great venue. They know what to do. They're very mindful and sensitive about the entire process, and they always put on a great show. So if you're a vendor, I would suggest trying them out. And if you're a fan, I definitely would say go to whatever these guys put on, because it's always a banger, man, and you're always going to be satisfied with the vendors there, and just the setup, and usually the venues too. So thank you guys for listening. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, guys, and you'll be seeing my face again soon. I'll be going to, I think next stop is Shock Stock. So Shock Stock, I'm coming for you, and I'll be doing a review of Shock Stock after the aftermath. I will probably have no voice left after that, given it's like a 3-day one. So I will be back with that, you know, coming up. Guys, thank you so much again for listening. Rob Cicchetto is now out. Love and best wishes as always. Bye-bye.